Okay. KTT, new episode once every 2 weeks. This is episode 31. Before we get into the podcast properly, like, comment, subscribe, all of them thing there helps me, helps Xero, helps the podcast, helps the algorithm, you feel me? So, without further ado, I'm Drift. I'm joined by my co-host.
It's your boy BlackStarXero. Just call me Xero.
So we're bringing in the episode this week. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the energy we have. We're going to be talking about One Piece first, followed by some Boruto, and at the end of the podcast, we're going to round it off with like an original segment, you get me? Regarding a certain conversation that's heating up in the streets again, you feel me? So, are you aware of the type of fruits that the God Knights have?
Right, so there's 4 God Knights. 2 of the names escape me right now, but I'll learn them in due course.
Saint Summers, and
Saint
I
Summers.
ain't gonna lie to you, the other one escapes me. There's
See what I'm gonna say,
Gonko,
bro?
Saint Summers, and
Shamrock,
and Blood, fam. Like the Dragon Brother.
The
You know
Kirin
what I'm
brother?
saying? Yeah, the Dragon Brother.
Right,
you
you
get me?
understand? So I have the Kirin brother and then the old guy.
Yeah, you know, and the old guy is Saint Summers. You get me?
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah, so yeah, I know all
Right,
4.
right.
Right, so quick rundown. Shamrock, as you know, has the
The
sword
sword
that's
Cerberus.
eating the devil fruit.
The Sword Cerberus.
You understand? So the Cerberus sword or the sword Cerberus,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then you have Gunko, and she has the arrow fruit.
The arrow fruit, correct.
So that allows her to you know,
Effectively, like create arrows and
yeah, so
by her own
extend
description,
arrows and yeah,
by her own description, the arrows allow it to basically like pinpoint fate. Like wherever the arrows are going, it's set in stone. You get me? So like her hits will always land their mark. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You feel me? Obviously, I'm gonna have to-
Usopp.
yeah, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie. A man like Usopp could use that. You feel me? But yeah,
I'm not talking about the use that. I'm talking about like as an up for this fight for
I
this
mean,
arc.
different angles. You get me? Different
understand?
angles. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at it like, cool, boy. I
Pardon me.
ain't gonna lie. That was a fruit you could probably use, Usopp. You feel me? Like, it's a
Well,
fruit you
again,
could
I'm
probably
never
use.
talking about Usopp having fruits. I'm not looking to give any of the Straws any fruit. They get a fruit, they get a fruit. Yeah,
Right.
I'm not trying to imagine that. But I'm talking about like in terms of a potential fight in the arc, right? From the off, I thought Gunko was a good match for Usopp because
Okay, do tell.
they're both range fighters.
Okay.
Because obviously she fires off the arrows, Usopp fights with his
I mean,
slingshot.
but I mean, she's not necessarily a ranged fighter because when she was beating up Loki, she was using her body to do it. You know what I'm saying? So like the arrows can wrap around her body and seemingly enhance her physical strength.
Right.
You get me? So that's why I'm like, hey man, versatile fruit. Yeah, yeah.
Fair enough. You understand? So with that little caveat, then she's probably fighting Robin because she ain't fighting Nami, and Sanji's not gonna lay a finger on her.
And fun fact, boy, you said she ain't fighting Nami. That's exactly who she turned up in front of at the end of the most recent chapter. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. But we'll unpack that.
We'll
later
unpack
on.
that. All right, cool.
You get me?
Yeah, so I haven't caught up on the leaks
Yeah,
yet.
so
So-
that's. Are you aware of what the Kirin individual's devil fruit does?
Yes, he can make what dreams or nightmares a reality.
Yeah, more
so
so
it's
more so the physical manifestation
yeah,
of
manifestation.
dreams. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
those dreams are nightmares, then that's what makes him have the ability to make nightmares, bro. You know what I'm saying? More so, I do believe it's the focus on just dreams being manifest. You get me?
Right.
If you're having a nightmare, then yeah, I can make that manifest. You feel me? But yeah, cool. Thoughts on that fruit? In particular, like I'm talking applications, I'm talking like bustedness. Like how do you really see a fruit like that being scaled? You know what I'm saying? Like how much of a headache do you see a fruit like that causing for the gang?
And then the other thing you have to kind of look at is this guy's constantly in his hybrid.
Yeah,
form,
it's hybrid Zoan state.
right, and he seems to have the little
The trident. Yeah, I mean he has a trident as well. Sorry, I didn't know if that's what
no,
you were gonna say,
not the
but yeah,
trident
yeah,
from
my bad.
the ribbon behind him.
Yeah. He has
Suggesting that he's awakened.
it's
as well.
awakened. Yes.
Right?
The
So-
sash. Sorry, the sash of
The
smoke.
sash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sash, ribbon.
Whichever,
what I'm
yeah.
talking
I
about.
mean,
the little
tomato,
cloud thing that
tomato.
floats behind Luffy, that thing.
Yeah. Unmistakable. You know what I'm talking about then. But yeah, go on.
Yeah. Cool. So
yeah.
it suggests that he's awakened.
Okay.
All right. So now we're looking at, is this an ability of his awakened fruit, or we're looking at this as something that the Kirin fruit does
Very
on
good
that
question.
base, on that
very,
base level.
very good question.
You understand?
Very good question.
Now, we know what awakened fruits do. They affect the world around you. So that gives more credence to it being the awakened version of the
Okay.
awakened ability of the fruit
But,
more than thingy.
I mean, what I'll say is this. Right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Stay exactly where you are because that is actually a fire fucking question to bring up. You get me? Based on what we've seen in the chapter so far, there's no way to kind of differentiate whether or not it's like an awakened ability or just a baseline fruits ability.
True,
You get
but
me? So
because
that's
it's
why I'm like,
because he's taking the
no,
dream
stay
from
with me. Stay with me.
Alright.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm agreeing with what you're saying. You get me? Because I'm like up to what we've been shown in the chapter so far, right? There's no way of telling what exactly is giving like him these abilities. It could be the awakened state that he's in, or it could very much be just the baseline form, or it could just be the baseline abilities of the fruit. You get me? So that's why I'm like, it's an excellent point that you have illustrated. However, right? if I sit there and I think about it, I'm like, if your awakened fruit is that you gain the ability to turn people's dreams into a physical manifestation, I don't know if that sits within the confines of like an awakened ability as we've seen them so far. That to me does still seem like it's more so what your fruit does. You get me? Which, as a further point, makes me incredibly worried about what an individual like that awakened fruit can do. You get me?
What I was trying to make. You know what I'm saying? If it's the awakened fruit, okay. You know what I'm saying? If it's just your base fruit and you can just pull out that. And again, this is just the kids' dreams. You know what I'm saying? So adults probably have like other shit that they fear and they have nightmares about. So you ain't pulled out none of that shit yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's probably why the shit looks like wacky and cartoonish. You know?
Or that might just be Order's art style. You know what I'm saying? But or it might just be Order's art style.
No, I think it's on purpose. I think they're meant to look like that because they come from kids.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like Order's art style in regards to like kid. I mean, look at the Cerberus, for example. Like the Cerberus, it doesn't look too ultra demonic. You know what I'm saying? Like the Cerberus swords. You feel me? But
yeah, all right, cool. Let's get into getting that. Yeah, right, fine. So, going back to the point now about like him pulling out maybe the adults, so like a Sanji or a Luffy, probably Luffy. It'd be funny as hell to see what Luffy dreams about. So him pulling out that, depending on how the person reacts to whatever they're fighting, it could be pretty devastating. You understand? So I don't know in terms of combat versatility, combat utility. Sorry, not versatility, combat utility. I don't know how well this thing does.
How well what does like the fruit ability?
The fruit ability does.
I mean, in terms of combat versatility, that's kind
of... All right, cool. If it also has the ability, added ability to put you to sleep, that is exactly what it does. It puts you to sleep and then takes...
It puts you to sleep and then he can manifest your dreams. You get me? So that's exactly what it does. You feel me? In terms of like a combat setting, to me, what's being done right now is kind of how you'd use it in a combat setting. You get me? Like in a combat setting, it may not necessarily be me using the fruit in a direct approach. Like me being able to conjure up giant creatures that like the opposition have to fight. That in and of itself is the combat application of the fruit. You know what I'm saying? For me, I was more so looking at it like from the perspective of, I mean, good point, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Very good point, by the way. But I was more so looking at it from the point of, okay, cool. More so, what can Buddy do if this isn't his awakened fruit ability? You know what I'm saying? Like, if the ability to conjure up people's dreams, like, especially to the scale that we've seen them in the panels that we've seen, like, these are some giant fucking creatures, you know what I'm saying? If that's not his awakened fruit ability, then that's gonna be a bitch of an itch to scratch. Like once that body, like once body starts to cut loose, you feel me? He's gonna be a bitch of an itch to scratch because if that's not
some kind of jutsu all over the thing, everybody's dreams are fucking coming out.
On top of the fact that for a nigga as for a nigga that's in the fucking God's Knights, you already know on a baseline level those hands are probably working great. Bro, you know what I'm saying?
We aren't speaking on this trident. Like, all we're talking about is just the devil.
And again, I was gonna speak, and I'm like, bro, I don't think this nigga rocked up with a fucking trident for sure. You feel me? I don't think Buddy just rocked up with the trident for funsies. You get me? So I'm like, even if, and you can tell by how long we spent on Buddy's fruit alone in comparison to the other two, the type of fruits that gain like most of our interest. You feel me? So I'm like, blood, if it's not his awakened fruit, goddamn, dude, like that's a motherfucker of a fruit on your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, and again, like we've both kind of pointed out, the fact that when Buddy pulled up, and again, we're talking about the Kirin here, stay with us. You feel me? By the time Buddy pulled up, he already had the sash of smoke. So there is a very credible fucking chance that this nigga's already in an awakened state.
Yep.
You feel me? God help us if like what the fuck we're seeing his fruit ability is as is right now isn't like its full applications. Because if not, damn, bro, I am not gonna lie. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. I mean, you feel me?
Look, I think her name is Viola from Dressrosa. You remember her?
Yeah.
Right. So she had the ability to like look into people's minds. Right. So if on a baseline level he had the ability to just look into somebody's dreams, like, and that's the devil fruit ability, right? And then now, but again, the awakened version, he gets to manifest that.
Again, you got like don't forget.
That's just speculation on my part.
No. Like obviously, hypotheticals are hypothetical. You know what I'm saying? I can't shoot down any hypothetical that anybody has. You feel me? I was just gonna say, don't forget the part where a dedicated part of the fruit's ability is that he can put you to sleep. So it's not just me being able to like see your dreams and manifest them. I can put you to sleep. You get me? So it's a way more direct methodology of doing it. You feel me?
Imagine if you can enter them. Some Freddy Krueger type shit.
I haven't seen anything
type shit
like that. You feel me? And again, fire fucking point. You feel me? Luckily, I haven't seen anything like that because at present, like the way to illustrate it was he put Summers to sleep, had Summers think about salt before he put him to sleep, and then just took the salt out of Summers' dreams and manifested it. You get me?
I can go
literally. You know what I'm saying? But as you say that, now that you say that, I'm like, cause I can't lie. If we're thinking about an awakened ability, that probably would be it.
What, you know what I'm saying?
Me being able to enter your dreams. You get me? Me being able to enter your dreams like tangibly affect them and then manifest them IRL. That would be a fucking bitch of an awakened ability for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, as you were sat here discussing that, whether or not it might be his awakened ability or not, that would be quite the awakened ability. You know what I'm saying? On top of being able to put niggas to sleep, manifest their dreams, I can now physically enter their dreams and tangibly affect them. Brethren, nigga, relax. Let other man eat, bro. You get me? Like, let other nights eat, bro. God damn. Okay, cool.
Probably
so,
that's why it's designed so goofy, innit?
Yeah, and
you know, just belying some sinister shit. But
and that's why I do like it. I'm like, usually when you see a nigga that goofy like that, even at Summers, nigga, because he looks like kind of carefree and like, you know what I'm saying, non-serious. You feel me? Yeah. But whenever you get designs
I'm wise
like
to his
that,
type, so nah, that didn't work on me. I'm wise to your type.
I'm like,
Kirin, man, yeah, nah. The more I dig deep into like your abilities,
like,
yeah, you could do some fuck shit.
It's like, boy, I wouldn't even say being wise on me. I'm just like, cause I like it. That's the point I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? It's not me being like, the archetype is lost on me. I just like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
When I say like I'm wise to it, it's not that it's lost on me. It's like I am not looking to underestimate you. You're a God's knight. You already, by virtue of the fact that you are where you are right now, I already know you're not to be played with. So even though you pulled up on some silly shit running around in your fucking thing, yeah, nah, that's not gonna work on me.
But by that same metric, why wouldn't it be the same for
the Kirin man?
Because he looks goofier than Summers. And
yeah,
that's what
but he's purposefully done to be goofy, right?
And
yeah, I mean,
Summers
sure.
Isn't.
Huh?
Yeah, see, and just that quick.
So
like,
yeah.
Isn't.
The Kirin guy, his appearance looks goofy, but Summers is like, what's his name? Whole Night Summers.
I mean, just call him Summers. Just call him Summers.
Yeah.
Blood.
So he's already in some like goofy ass position. I mean, to be fair, like
I mean, bro spawned in
because
his boxes.
body pulled up, scrambling because
man.
you know, some shit's supposed to be happening and I didn't have no time.
Yeah.
You understand? So he's kind of like that, you know, uptight.
Like the super carefree fucking like individual. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're talking about Summers here.
We're talking about Summers, yeah.
Right.
Like,
so that you're talking about Summers. I'm talking about the
Kirin
one, the Kirin one.
The Kirin nigga. Okay.
He pulled up scurrying about the place. You understand? Because he was like, he got the orders.
What?
And he was, I think he's the one that told fucking Shamrock he needs to go back as well. No.
What?
Right. You understand? So he got the orders. So he was scurrying at the point. You understand? So he already pulled up in some funny circumstances anyways. Right. But with him, I expected some goofy, but like I said, looking at your abilities now, you could just be that goofy type that plays the goofy type, but like when it's time for the fight, that sinister, sadistic personality type shit comes out.
I get that.
If you know the kind of character
I hear
I'm
exactly
talking
what
about.
you're saying, but I'm like, to hit back, well, not even to hit back, you know what I'm saying? To illustrate my point, I'm like, between the two of them, the goofier of the two of them that I would say is a nigga that pulled up in his boxers. That nigga Summers, when he spawned in on his fucking pentagram, the nigga spawned in on his boxers and a tank top. Talking about, bro, I didn't have time to get dressed yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that nigga, again, for me, I like the both of them because you both give me the same goofy ass vibe. You get me? Like, one of you is like, Summers is like the carefree, like it is. He's like the Aokiji or the fucking God's Knights. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga that's like, you know what? Cool, I'm gonna do my job, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't expect the same level of like fucking patriotism that you get from fucking Shamrock. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, I'm gonna do the job, I'm cutting out. You feel me? The fucking Kirin nigga, and it pissed me off that I can't remember the nigga name. You know what I'm saying? It pissed me off, I cannot remember that don's name. Yeah? But the Kirin nigga, I'm like, the fact that you look so goofy, I already know. Gang, I like that shit because your powers, when you man cut loose, are going to be headache inducing. You feel me? I don't think we're even gonna get around.
We didn't even fucking touch on Summers.
I don't think we're gonna get around to touch
the thorn
on Summers
and like, you know,
and
the more you care about the person
fruit,
and that hurts you and all
and
that.
And even that fruit is fucking hard to me. You know what I'm saying? But like we've correctly said, I don't think we're gonna have enough time to touch on it. This time, you get me? But like I will probably drop like, I don't know, like we could probably touch on Summers in the next pod or some shit. You get me? If it's that deep, I don't really feel like it is. You feel me?
Fine.
Or like I'll probably like drop a short or some shit on fucking Summers. You feel me? Because I do like his fruit ability. You feel me? It's tough. I can't lie. I do like his fruit ability. You get me? But long story short, just to really round off the One Piece part of the pod with like a quick rundown of what happened in the most recent chapter.
Right.
Long story short, so we now know that Jit Loki met Zebek.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Jit Loki wanted to join Zebek's crew. You feel me? Zebek rejected that. They fought, and Zebek, I don't know how it ended, but Zebek actually stabbed the Jit.
You may don't know how it ended.
He stabbed the Jit.
Well, you may don't know how it ended.
So yeah, he stabbed the Jit.
Okay,
you feel
cool.
me? You get me?
Grand open, grand closing, bro.
Like, but I don't know how it ended. I'm like, you don't see the fight. You get me? It just ends with body on his side of a sword in him, and obviously Whitebeard's like, cuz you actually used the sword on a Jit. You're like you're a wild nigga.
So again, we know how it ended.
Yeah,
So they stabbed him.
Eh? Come see, come saw. You get me? Like, come see, come saw. To me, I didn't see the engagement. Like, I see a nigga on his side of a sword, and I'm like, was it a long one? Did you throw meaningful hands, or did that nigga just swat you down? You get me? Because don't forget, even back then, Loki's size in comparison to like Zebek's size was pretty analogous. You get me? Like, don't forget, giant children are still pretty large. You feel me? So I'm like, a giant child trying to throw hands with me is probably more credible than an actual child trying to throw hands with me. But at the
Well,
same time,
obviously.
I'm Zebek, nigga. You get me?
Precisely.
So,
That's the
I don't
point
know.
gonna
I
make.
don't know how it
There's
happened.
no way
Like,
fucking Loki had any chance against fucking
I
Zebek.
mean, of
You know what
course.
I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I'm saying, of course.
Not a
Nobody
chance
thought
in
that
hell.
Loki had a chance against
No
Zebek. You
chance
feel
in
me?
fucking
But
hell.
for me, I was just like, boy, I don't know how it happened. I don't know if that nigga pieced you up like ragdolled you across the room a little piece. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh, what? So it's like, you know,
Because-
if you actually manage to like land blows or whatever.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
in all likelihood, what
Okay.
you're gonna see in the chapter is like just the beginning panel of them talking and the ending panel of just I'm Loki on the side. You get me? So still, we don't actually know what my man's hands look like. Zebek, I suppose. We don't know what the hands.
We don't know
look
what
like.
Zebek looks like.
You feel me? We don't know what Zebek looks like or what his hands look like. You get me? But yeah, that's kind of the rundown for the One Piece part of the pod. Unless you have anything else you wanted to add, Maji.
Yeah, just
Go for
real
it.
briefly. So, you know, this goes back to what? An episode we did like probably 2-3 months back now.
Okay.
So this was like Big Mom coming back to elbaph, or Big Mom having more.
I remember,
involvement.
yeah.
Yeah,
I remember, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, I don't exactly remember what it was, but there is something there happening on elbaph right now that involves that ties Big Mom to it somehow.
I think it's one of the giants. Fucking one of the giants.
Yes,
warriors.
that's it.
His
That's
shield
it.
is a homie.
Yes, a homie.
Yeah, his shield
You
is a
understand?
homie.
So maybe there's some more of a Big Mom there. At the same time, Zebek was on fucking elbaph.
Hey gang.
So
Listen to me.
Blackbeard might
Hey,
decide to
gang.
pull up. Bro said I
Listen to
didn't
me.
come here to
Listen.
you know, chat to kids or babysit.
As the man on the pod that said, hey, it's not unfeasible
Mm-hmm.
to see some link to Big Mom rocking up on the island.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My guy's shield being a homie,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good enough with that being the link.
You're good now, yeah?
I'm
I
good
don't need
enough.
nothing
Brethren,
else.
I'll try to stress this on the pod. I don't need no heavy amount of screen time in this arc for Big Mom. I like touching in out on some shit that kind of ties in some fucking questions. We good. I don't want you devoting any amount of meaningful time to Big Mom. We've already done the whole cake.
Fair
We've
enough.
been through one, gang.
Fair
And
enough.
if we leave elbaph, I don't want to hear about Big Mom again. I don't. We've been to your island, the whole cake. We've been to Wano, where your man's Kaido was. And we've now been to elbaph, where your starting backstory was centered around. If anything is going to be revealed about you that we don't know yet, now's the fucking time, and make it brief. You get me? I don't want no Big Mom carrying on.
I always said, boy,
from
I'm
elbaph.
fine with like a backstory or something. Not backstory, like a flashback. Very quick flashback, and I'm done. We're good.
Me,
you understand?
I'm good with
I
the-
don't want to see Big Mom's fucking rotund ass set foot on elbaph.
I'm
bro.
good with just the shield being a homie, being the only type of mention that she got. I'm not lying to you. I don't need a stronger link than that.
Alright, cool.
You feel me?
All right, cool. So, on to the more serious part of it now, right? Zebek's pulled up on elbaph. I doubt it was for sightseeing, right?
Okay.
So he pulled up for maybe sightseeing, but he pulled up for a purpose, I believe.
I mean, of course, it's for a purpose. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we're looking at possibly the mural.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And possibly any other knowledge that the Giants could like impart regarding. So possibly he was hunting down the poneglyphs and all that as well.
Yeah. I mean,
understand?
that would make sense. He's trying to topple the world. Yeah.
Right. So again, so if he came there and obviously not only Loki but Blackbeard looks up to him, it's likely Blackbeard might turn up or has an interest in
What I'll say is this, yeah? Like in previous episodes regarding One Piece, we did touch on the fact that hey, there is a credible chance that Blackbeard is going to pull up.
pull up. Yeah, yeah,
like,
like,
there's a
yes,
credible enough
yeah,
chance
yeah,
that Blackbeard is going to pull up. And if anything, once again, the goings on in this chapter does kind of reinforce that background idea. You get me? The fact that there is a Zebek focused flashback linked to Loki in the elbaph arc, that does kind of plant the seeds of hey, the nigga who most people see as like the second Zebek might make an appearance. He might make an appearance. That being Blackbeard. You get me? And much like you said, we don't know why Zebek pulled up to elbaph, you know what I'm saying? But there is enough things off note on elbaph that a nigga like Zebek pulled up. And if a nigga like Zebek pull up, you already know
the
there's-
archaeologist known as Blackbeard, he definitely gonna
there's
pull up.
definitely some interest to that nigga fucking Blackbeard. You feel me?
Cool.
So I'm like, hey now.
Shiesty
I'm like,
teach.
hey man, say man. You feel me? It's like we said on that pod, maybe like 3 weeks ago. You get me? I'm cool with some of these big hitters rocking up. Just give each man a fair amount of screen time because these are big fucking names. You get me? These are big fucking names. Like, don't forget, Loki still needs his proper time to breathe. His introduction was this arc. You get me? Like, the Straw Hats still need, like, their engagements. Like, here's to hoping they actually get some meaningful ones. You get me? And I don't mean the Luffy, the fucking Zoro, and the Sanjis and the fucking Jinbeis of the world. You get me? I'm talking about the other niggas. You feel me?
Right.
And then, obviously, like there's a God Knight shit going on in peripheral. I'm like, cuz there's a lot of big moving parts right now. I'm only hesitant about whether or not if the inclusion of BlackBeard like that would give enough niggas on the island right now, the amount of parties that we have, enough like actual screen time. You get me? That's the only thing that I'm nervous about. But in regards to him pulling up itself, I already told you, hype. You get me? Fucking hype. I can't lie to you. You get me? We'll take the shit from a solid whatever it is now to like an 11. You get me? Like whatever it is now to like an 11. I ain't gonna hold you. Like the arc would be hitting all cylinders. No bullshit. You feel me? But yeah, cool. That's my thoughts on One Piece once again.
Nothing new to add to that.
Nothing else?
Yeah.
Say less, gang. Say less. So we're gonna wrap up the One Piece segment there. And next up, coming up, what? Boruto? Boruto. So obviously we'll catch you in the next segment. Peace and love until the next seg. Okie doke, and we are back in the next and final segment for this episode. We're gonna be talking about some Boruto, the young goat, the young lord himself. You get me? So, not gonna lie to you, after the most recent chapter and the most recent couple of chapters, I've had some thoughts on Boruto. You get me? And sorry, before I get into the thick of it, like the KSI track, you get me? If you're still with us at this point in the pod, because I forgot to do it at the entrance of this segment, don't forget to like up, sub up, comment. All of that helps me, helps Xero, helps the channel, helps the algo. You feel me? So, back on Boruto, I have thoughts. Not gonna lie, I feel like the new gen of ninja are cooked, flambéed, bro, sashimi. There's no hope.
Took a fork in them?
They're done. Rotisserie style, boy. Rotisserie style, boy. We could run through a list of names and you would tell me, you would be the one to tell me that, yeah, mid, not on shit. Mid. I'm like, cuz, Metal Lee.
Thank you.
Where art thou, Metal Lee?
For the most part,
you get me?
For the most part, I'd agree with that.
Like, where art thou?
Cool. So
and it's not
if we subtract Boruto, Kawaki, and Sarada, nobody else is on shit.
And like,
Mitsuki got it the other day, so we don't need to return to that. We lit that nigga up the other day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Let you know exactly what the fuck is wrong with that.
And again, shooting my dog on bail, he would still be considered among the people that I consider to be doing shit, though. You get me? Like, I see more of you doing shit than, let's say, a fucking Metal Lee. Cool. You feel me?
Exactly.
But yeah, go on.
Yes, and so,
I suppose we're just going to use this part of the pod and like this time visiting Boruto to kind of let you know how we're feeling about the new gen, the new crop of ninja. You feel me? Both from the leaf and the sand. And if you heard the last podcast, you kind of know how I feel about them boys.
Bro, I'm on my Kendrick shit right now, and it's simple, bro. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Yeah, like, bro, them sand niggas, bro. All right, cool. What's his name? Araya? Cool. It's fine. You understand? For what you've got going on, I don't mind. I don't mind that fit. Fucking, what's her name? Yodo?
We have to stop calling them sand niggas, bro.
Sorry. Shit.
We have to
sand motherfuckers.
That's why I was like, them sand boys. Hey, no, like factually, it's not that common. You feel me? It's just so, like
my apologies for anybody that might take offense to that. That was a slip of the tongue. What I actually meant to say was like them hidden sand motherfuckers.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Cool. Now we're looking at what's her name, Yodo. Yeah, chick that's in the middle of the desert.
And just that quickly,
in a hot pink hoodie.
And just that quickly, bro. Yeah. Like, I was laughing. You said her name, and the laugh melted away from my face.
Just sucked the fun from the room, yeah.
Just melted away from my face.
My bad. I'm sorry.
They ain't nothing funny about her. You see you, though. But yeah, go on.
My bad. You understand? But look, we're getting at the sand's neck right now, right? But the stone, the mist, and the cloud, they ain't got no heavy hitters, bro. Aside from your Kages, who can you throw up to say, yo, you're on shit?
But this is the thing, right? This is the thing. I ain't seen nobody from them niggas' sides.
But so we have. You saw them in the tuning exams.
But this is the thing. I ain't seen none of you niggas from them niggas' sides in how long? That's not my fault. That's the story's fault. You get me? I'm not invested overly in the fucking goings-ons of people from the Hidden Stone and the Hidden Mist. Okay, the Hidden Mist, kind of. You know what I'm saying? True. But niggas from Konoha, yeah, I'm invested. Niggas from the Sand, yeah, I'm invested. It's Big Gara Village. That's my dog.
All right, cool. But
you feel me?
That's the reason why I mentioned because, all right, cool. Even, look, we got introduced to Gara in OG Naruto.
What?
Right? So there's a lot more history there than I would say some of the man them like Darui from the Cloud and stuff.
What?
But once Darui and them man they were introduced, we rock with them. Because they were able to show like they had character, they had presence.
But at the same time, they could hang. Right? You would be lying to yourself if you're going to say that like Darui and them man got the same love and looking as Gara and the Hidden Sand.
No, he hasn't.
And that's what I'm saying.
But the point I'm trying to make is,
you feel me?
at this stage, right, we need to kind of see what's going on with all the villages because we're talking about the new gen. We're talking about the new gen. The new gen can't just be the niggas from Konoha.
But then, nigga, like you're saying that to me, like I write the story, like, and I know you're not saying. I know you're not saying that to you. Stay with me, right? I know you're not saying like obviously that's what I'm saying. But my response being that is because I'm like, cool. It's on the writers of the story to like write these niggas in a way that we are supposed to give a fuck. Up to now, you've done nothing but keep the limelight on a handful of niggas.
Precisely.
You feel me? So that's why I was like, we're speaking to the same point.
That kind of just ballparks the whole thing.
Like, we're speaking to the same point.
Outside of maybe, say, Shikadai, Chocho, and Himawari, and then, you ain't got nothing left to show.
And then, even then,
left.
them man there, like, outside of Himawari, yeah? Them man there that you just said, you aren't even seeing them do insane work, because bro.
Even me saying that, bro, notice where I included them with Himawari.
That's what
you understand?
Saying.
You might have to tag team and then like
hopefully just wear a nigga down.
Hima's gonna be the one to finish
really
out the fight.
Out
Huma's gonna support as best you can,
and that shit's gonna piss me out. And that's what I mean. It's like cool. Whereas with hidden Stone Man and hidden Mist Man and hidden other man, I don't know them man as well because I haven't been shown them man as well to be invested in you man shit. Whereas with Shikamaru, Shikadai, Metal Lee, all of these man that I know your parents, I know you, I kind of expect to see you a bit more, especially because the story has kept you man in the limelight so much. But then bizarrely, I say that because for a little while now, even a lot of you man don't even get a lot of looking in the story. Even a lot of you, man, don't get a lot of looking in the story. When was the last time you saw Metal Lee, my nigga?
In the anime.
You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, bruv, you only keep the limelight on a handful of niggas, and then nowadays, even within that handful of niggas, only maybe like 4 of them are actually getting screen time. You feel me? The last time we saw Inojin, that nigga joined the Donut Club. We ain't seen him since.
Bro's AFK.
You get me?
You understand? Bro's AFK. Exactly.
But yeah, go on.
You know? So you can't count on anybody else to come back you up, which is kind of another point I was trying to make. Or we don't know what the other niggas the other villages are on.
I hear it.
That's why I was mentioning that. So in terms of like I said, the broad new gen, you understand? Yeah, you're cooked.
Yeah.
You're absolutely cooked.
Yeah.
You have 4 names you can count on. 5 if you want to include Himawari. 5.
And even Himawari, I'm hesitant to include right now. You get me?
Right. But we have to acknowledge that. Look, she probably has
currently,
like in terms of like character strength, she's probably one of the strongest now.
Bro, there's
definitely
no
outscales.
There's no probably. Like in terms of like character strength, it's quite like she is among the best of the verse right now because she is the current Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails and considered to be the most like synchronized one.
So
you get me?
You kind of have to, but
don't get
that's
me
what I'm
wrong.
saying. You have 5,
you
and she's
can't not
10.
include Himawari. But the only reason I can't include Himawari in the same vein is because, bro, your hand throwing is nowhere near the degree of like other niggas.
What's necessary right now? Because even though you have
the potential.
Kurama inside you,
like
Drew is still body.
Like the potential is there, and again, that's what I'm gonna say. Like the potential is there within you, Himawari, but your hands are not where you can't make proper use of that potential yet. You feel me? So that's why we can include Himawari in the discussion. But as far as like her in engagements right now, we probably can't throw you up against a Shinju. You feel me? That's what I mean. And if you can't show Himawari up against a Shinju, none of you other niggas from the fucking like none of the jit niggas from the fucking Leaf can like see a fucking Shinju.
None of them,
right
not one, none of them
can see a Shinju.
None
right
of them.
I'm sorry. You get me? And I'm like, both in terms of acumen, and by acumen I mean battle tactics and shit, as well as accessible jutsu, you man just can't see a fucking Shinju right now.
Cool.
I'm
exactly.
Sorry.
You understand? Cannot. They're only naive for a very brief period.
Like,
a very brief period. And once that's gone, they're on shit.
Bro.
They are on shit.
Them
I laugh about it. Yeah, I laugh about the fact that when Jura and what's his name, Hidari, pulled up to the Hidden Leaf.
Love that.
And Hidari was like, Naruto Uzumaki, are you here?
And the nigga turned back and look at him like,
just
bro,
looking at him like, are you dumb? Bitches, you dumb?
Like, are you good?
And then you get Shinky's one, Ryu. Bro pulled up, and the minute he spawned, it's like, yo, somebody's watching us.
Like, these men
pulled
are
up on
sharp.
code, sun code, right? Pulled up in the hidden sand, yeah? Sussed out Yodo's nonsense straight away, yeah? Laid a nice bait and switch for her, and revealed the whole ploy,
ass, bro.
Send her ass to the donut club.
And it's like, you got tricked by a nigga that was born last week. You feel me? So this speaks to the fact that it's like, yo, these men are evolving at a rate that you man cannot hope to bridge a gap.
In terms of like,
you get me?
In terms of like jutsu, well, they don't have jutsu, but in terms of like power and battle acumen,
far and away surpassing.
I can't put up anybody from the, aside from the people we've mentioned before.
Anybody.
I can't mention anybody else from the, I think, maybe could hang.
Like,
you understand?
Gang.
And look, to you man's credit, Konohamaru's at least shown that you don't need some god tier power to be able to take down them. Like Rasengan and a double big bar Rasengan, those are like what? A-class jutsus? Yeah, so that's 2 A-class jutsus.
But
You
this is
understand?
my thing.
So you can damage them and you can
even that-
engage them.
And
Why,
even
but
within that, yeah, I feel like
none of
bruv,
you man have anything like that.
I feel like you only landed that blow. I feel like you only landed that blow because Matsuro was already sat next to you and like semi-inner feelings. You feel me? Because in terms of speed,
Bro, she was eating him.
like,
so she was like absorbing him, you
already
understand?
sat,
Yeah.
but she was already sat next to you. So clapping her with the dual Rasengan was easier. You feel me? I don't think it would be that easy to land a dual Rasengan on Matsuri if she was like just trying to actually mix with you. You feel me?
Yeah.
If I look at like the
you
speed,
did not swap hands.
you're not doing.
You
that.
did not swap hands.
So
whatsoever.
even within that, and again, Konohamaru, my dog. You feel me? Even within that, cause I don't
Throw him
think
in the bin.
I don't think that you can ever see a Shinju quite yet. You feel me? I don't think you can see a Shinju quite yet, my boy. I'm sorry, you get me? So I'm like, boy, the Leaf, stand up. Not gonna lie, but if the Leaf need to stand up,
the Shinobi
if
world,
the Leaf
yo,
need to
you
stand
man,
up, boy. I mean, obviously, I'll keep dying on this one, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can stamp like Stone and Cloud and Mist niggas if you want. I don't know them niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sat here biting my nails waiting on their arrival. You feel me? The niggas who I do know, they're in disarray. They're in disarray. Disarray. Like the niggas I know throw up numbers are in disarray right now. The niggas I know throw up good numbers are in disarray. Nigga, they lost Onoki. Nigga, Onoki's dead.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, that's the nigga that stopped Meteors. Who else you niggas got? Niggas telling me to wait on sand niggas. Bro, the nigga that can stop Meteor, who else you man have? Because if you have anybody, I would have liked to have seen them in the last war. Where they at though?
Well, you have alright, cool. Never gonna fucking get.
You feel me?
What's his name? Kurosuchi and all
You
that.
feel
man.
me?
But
So
those
I'm like-
again, those are your Kages.
Like-
There's nobody else. If your Kages get taken out, you man have nobody else to rely on. I don't see anybody else.
And again, I don't feel like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden were like rushed or short in their telling. You feel me? So you had ample time to showcase other niggas from those villages. You just
well, they
did.
did. So that's why some of them names come up. But what I'm saying is Boruto didn't do that. You understand? You tried to do it a bit in the anime, right? But you didn't do anything with it, right? You killed off what's his name? Yagura, who was from the Mist. So he could be somebody.
Give me some other niggas from the Mist who are like noteworthy to you.
What from thingy? Currently?
At all. Like across any telling of like from Naruto to Shippuden. Give me like notable niggas from the Mist to you. That you're like, I always remember these niggas.
No, that's kind of missing the point of what I'm saying. You understand?
That's what I'm saying?
That's kind of missing the point of what I'm saying. There's just like no bigness. Cause alright, cool. Why I'm mentioning this?
Yeah, I was
back in like
say,
OG Naruto. Back in like OG Naruto, you always had these names. You understand? So they had these little legends, these names. These ninja can do this. That ninja can do this. You understand? You had these known and named ninja that, you know, you don't hear anything like that no more. Is what I'm saying. That's
really. I'm just saying, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, that speaks to my point because I'm like, back in the day, I could tell you off the dome ski a notable nigga from the Mist, Zabuza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
off the dome ski. Stay with me though. Off the dome ski, like I was like, cool. From the start of Naruto all the way throughout his telling, yeah. Off the dome ski, Zabuza, Kisame,
Hoku.
Is Haku actually from the fucking
sorry.
village of the Mist?
Yeah.
Or was he not adopted by Zabuza?
I believe it's from the Mist.
And
side
that's
as well.
what I'm saying. You
But-
see what I'm saying? I'm like, the point I'm making
why I
here
didn't
is-
mention them. I didn't mention them for a reason because what I was looking to pull from, right, if I could, yeah, were people still affiliated with the actual Mist, so you actually represent the village.
By
I'm
all
talking
means.
about them, not like missing in.
off the dome, like, that's what I'm saying. But that's why I was like, cause from Naruto throughout all the telling of Shippuden, if you can think of anybody that they've showcased to you that's noteworthy enough from the Mist as an example to remember, give me it. Outside of like Yagura, of course, because he was a Jinchuriki. You know what I'm saying? That's not your fault. It's not my fault. We've had X amount of episodes of this anime, and you've always kept it very focused on a certain type of fucking character, like a certain amount of villages.
Right.
That's not your fault. It's not mine.
Right.
That's
And
the
I'm
point
saying
I'm making.
that's even worse in Boruto.
That's the point
you
I'm
understand?
making.
That's really the point.
You
I'm
get me?
making.
So
It's
again,
even worse
I feel
in
like
Boruto.
we're talking about the same point here, nigga. You feel me? I'm like, cuz that's not your fault and it's not mine. You feel me? But like, obviously we'll retouch on this point again because the overarching issue here is side characters are not getting proper screen time. That's the reality.
That's one
You know what I'm
aspect of
saying?
it. And
Like,
in terms of the people we do have on
and
pitch are supposed to be like
if
getting all the screen time.
side characters,
I'm still not sure you're up to par
and
either.
if side characters aren't getting enough screen time, then it becomes increasingly harder to think of what other defenses these other villages could have in the wake of a threat like Shinju. That's my issue.
Because there's an army of them.
Because there's an army of them. And again, whereas at least with the Sand and the Leaf, there are a couple niggas I can put my hand on I know are done dadas. When it comes to the other villages, because of how you man have told the story, I have no hitters.
Nothing.
I have no hitters.
You showcase Mandem, right? And why I even keep going back there? Because Araya and Yodo, they turned up in the tuning exam. So there was niggas from the Mist that turned up in the tuning exam. There was niggas from the Cloud that turned up in the tuning exam.
To the point.
You understand?
And it speaks to the point.
That's the point.
That's what I'm saying.
We've seen them.
And that's what I'm saying.
Nothing has been done with
okay,
them.
cool. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking to the same point. You feel me? I'm like, cause I've seen you niggas, but for some reason you've kept the limelight over a handful of niggas for some reason. So now even the niggas I've been introduced to in the fucking tuning exams, I ain't seen them niggas in so long that it's like, bruv, what the fuck you finna do now? What you finna do now when you rock up? You know what I'm saying? But obviously, we could talk about this point for another, like, 15, 20. You get me? So, unless you have anything else to add on to the tail end of the pod, my dog, that's been me regarding Boruto. You get me?
No, we're good on that. Yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything we could.
Yeah.
Without dragging it on too long. So, yeah, not more from me.
All right. Say less. So, it's been Drift, joined by my co-host.
It's BlackStarXero.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Love.